Stacey and J Sbu.
It is a Monday afternoon, and we're going to have a conversation around road rage.
Yeah. It's happening too much on our roads. This past weekend, as a matter of fact, in Gauteng, what started off as, a minor car accident ended up in a death. Just think about that for a second. Two drivers got into an argument. It turned physical. Then a gun came out. Now a man is dead. A woman is in hospital. Another driver is walking away with minor injuries and a murder charge hanging over him, just over road rage.
So police are now investigating murder and attempted murder, obviously. And what is shocking is that this is not all that shocking. This is by no means an isolated incident. According to the Institute for Driver Safety, more than 1,000 South Africans have died in road rage incidents this year alone. I mean, if you can envision what a room with 1,000 people would look like, and that's just because we cannot maintain our composure on our highways and byways.
Yeah, and you know what? When I thought about this, I realized that people are going through the most, and that speaks to the numbers. People don't know how to control themselves in situations where someone cuts them off or something happens on the road that is unpleasant. I want you to take a moment. Just think about how many people that is. 1,000, over 1,000 people gone. Not because of an accident, but because of what happened after not being able to control themselves.
When people speak of road rage, it can be anything from you swearing to yourself, really, in your own car.
Having a moment.
And then, maybe like your fists up and then you're like, I'm going to get you. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
And that is one idea of what road rage looks like. And then the scale, obviously, just ramps up further and further and further to the point that people will stop their vehicles, get out of their cars, follow people home. And it's like, and then we're now moving into incredibly dangerous territory.
It's wild.
And we're having a conversation around the concept of road rage. In your opinion, is it anger management issues, the road rage, that leads to the road rage? So it's a personal thing? Or is it a lack of respect, as in it's a societal issue where no one acts right and you're just a person who is having a reaction to a level of disrespect in our present midst, right? Yeah. Road rage. Is it anger management issues or is it a lack of respect on a societal level? Please let us know. 087-086-9495. Now, from Tongaat up first, we welcome Arnold to the show. How are you, Arnold?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Mate.
What do you make of this? Is it an anger management personal issue, or are we just, as a society, lacking respect here?
Okay, let me put you in the picture. First of all, I'm a driver. I'm on the road most of the time.
Yeah.
I drive throughout Durban, from Umhlanga down to Umdloti to town itself. And yes, I do get cut off, I do get tailgated. But the major crux of the matter is I do not get upset about this here. Yes, you tailgate me, I pull over to the side, you want to go. If somebody's cutting you off, okay, carry on. If they see my hand gestures, I'll tell them, carry on. Yeah. The thing is, at the end of the day, the road does not belong to you. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's used for fellow South Africans as well. So you cannot get upset. It is not a personal thing. The other road user doesn't hate you. Okay? The guy behind you doesn't hate you. He doesn't know you personally enough to hate you. So why get all angered up about this here? Why make it a personal thing where you want to kill somebody that doesn't even know you?
Yeah.
That doesn't even know you personally. He doesn't have a personal problem with you. It's just that you're using the road together. Come on. This is South Africa. We need to live in harmony. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Listen.
So if we're gonna take a simple mishap and turn it into something big, where's the common sense in that, guys?
Yeah. Self-control is important, man. And listen, a massive shout out to you, Arnold, from Tongaat for being able to practice restraint. It's not common that you find people who can actually practice restraint, because people are also going through their own thing. And when you are met with a situation like this,
yes,
you don't necessarily have full control. So it's understandable in that it needs to be practiced and you need to learn how to hold back instead of actually engaging with someone who's angry on the road.
It doesn't make you a smaller person. It does not make you a smaller person.
On. Yeah.
Yes. And what I noticed is, okay, it works both ways as well. I mean, the most troublesome guys they like to tend to think are the taxi drivers. But at the end of the day, I'm giving the taxi drivers away. The taxi drivers notice me all the time to give me away as well. So it works both ways. If you are kind, you're going to get shown kindness.
Yeah.
If you're lousy about the whole thing, people are going to be lousy to you. It works both ways.
All right,
exactly.
Thank you, Arnold.
Thank you, Arnold.
Go to Manoj, all the way from Shellcross. Welcome to the show, Manoj. Anger management issue or lack of respect, road rage, according to you?
as I said in my voice note, last week spoke about securities at the mall. This week we're speaking about road rage. But next week we're going to be speaking about mass murders. Hopefully I'm wrong about that. But the bottom line is, it's a social cycle problem. People do not have the control of the mind. I'm stuck in traffic every day. Right now I'm in this Westwood Mall traffic. Leave a gap, 2-car gap between you. Let the people that weave in want to weave in. It actually even opens up for emergency vehicles to go through the accident scene quicker. But the bottom line is lawlessness. Our law is so relaxed that people feel big and macho like in the movies, So we need to apply the law consistently. We've got taxis, we come to intersections and people don't know the common courtesy of allowing one car in, one car out.
Yeah.
No respect, yeah.
Yeah.
No decency. Yeah.
It's frustrating, and you have to just jump out the car and hit somebody. But again, it's anger management. So social, social problems.
Yeah.
So we've got a great problem. We've got a very angry society.
Yeah.
I know that's
and a
right.
hurt society, if we're being honest. People are hurt, bro.
Manoj, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. There you go. Obviously, the easy solve is that we would actually apply some level of self-control in the same way that you don't attack people in the Woolies checkout line. You know what I'm saying? Because they're standing too close to you. That you would think logic would, prevail. However, that isn't always the case. And Manoj obviously saying, well, maybe this is everyone got the same problem. Who is more important? Not me more than you, and not you more than me. We can't do that. If we go toe to toe, we'll never get anywhere. So what is it? Is it a personal thing? Is it a societal issue? We don't have the answers. We exist in this ecosystem alongside you, but we have turned to a registered counsellor. Her name is Linda Turner, and she's going to have a little bit of insight, and she's going to weigh in on this, because what is actually plotting on the roads?
Why
are we
guys?
so angry, and why are we choosing to use this particular space to exercise our alleged authority over one another?
So what is going on in someone's head in the seconds before road rage turns violence? There's a perceived loss of control where people feel threatened, they become irrational, emotionally charged, and their fight or flight response is triggered. So your prefrontal cortex is where your impulse control happens, and this is reduced when people are under stress. One of the things to do would be to have a psychological distance in your car, because now you are perceiving a person's car as an object rather than an actual person in the car, where you would have normal social cues that would kind of regulate the interaction. So if you're susceptible, predisposed to stress, it's also to do with people's egos, identity. These are easily triggered. One has to practice and regulate yourselves, because this can easily escalate into danger and risky behavior on the roads. So try to have a plan and structure that you practice at home. In the traffic, you can actually do breathing, perhaps some soothing music that you can turn on in the car. Avert your gaze so that you're not interacting directly with perceived threat. If you have a child in the car, this supersedes everything. You're responsible for their well-being. You have to be rational and calm and responsible driver as a parent or a caregiver. They are modeling on your behavior. So the way you handle the provocation, power struggles, they need to learn that it's safer to let some of these things go. You don't have to engage in this. It also teaches them appropriate emotions, self-control, and how to de-escalate this kind of conflict.
There we go. That is registered counsellor Linda Turner having a conversation with us around how we can keep it together, basically.
Navigate this road rage phenomenon.
But also just that little bit about having kids in the car towards the end, that we as the adults and as the adultier adults, it is up to us to de-escalate. Don't lean in.
Yeah, just because a dog is barking doesn't mean you must bark at the dog.
Yeah, you are capable and you do have agency of just letting it go. Not everything needs to be a big situation. However, we did ask you a question and you have sent through many a voice note.
Society is very hard. People are already stressed out to the max. Now you get into an accident or whatever, or a close call, and immediately you're fuming because next 3 weeks or month or whatever, your car might not be with you and it's going to be a struggle on that. Everything that you've been held up, the stress and everything just boils over. I mean, there's a complete stranger. They don't know you. You don't have to explain your reactions to them. So you swear and scream and everything. and that person's going maybe through the same stuff you're going through.
Hi, Stacey and Sbu. It's very hard for me to admit it, but I have road rage, and it is an anger management issue, and it is also 50-50 related to how people drive and things, but definitely anger management, and I have that. I have it so bad that when I get upset with combis, I'm on a motorbike, I will overtake them just to prove my point.
Good afternoon, Stacey and J Sbu. Here's just my 2 cents. You know, a lot of people go through stressful lives. Show me a person today who isn't living with any kind of stress on some level. Yeah, I think we carry too much of stress as a people, as a nation, world. Somebody cuts us off, we have a reaction. Probably we don't know how to react to it. Some of us can just brush it off. Some of us can turn a blind eye. But like certain people who carry those stresses and, you know, it just tends to bubble over.
I think it's a lack of respect people have on the roads. They don't realize that them driving like idiots or not using the road rules and indicating and speeding and things that they do shouldn't be done. It's, you know, we're playing with people's lives.
And just remember, man, just because you have been bitten by a snake doesn't mean you need to become one.
Stacey and J Sbu, East Coast Radio.